you smell what The Rock is cooking? Ha! The Rock's laying the smackdown.
The Rock says, The Rock says, The Rock says, The Rock says.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Your boy, the Savage, back again. Savage Talk Live. Survivor Series 2021 preview and prediction show. We're here for it, man. Sunday night, Survivor Series hits again. One of the 4 big ones of the year. As you already know, I am very excited for it. In fact, I'm not one bit excited for it. A few matches I want to see in that. But, you know, I have a duty. And we're gonna talk preview and prediction, you know, like that. I can't be here for too long today, even though every week I say I can't be here for too long. And, you know, we know what happens. I end up being here for much longer than I anticipate. But I'll give you guys a chance to give your preview and your prediction on what you think is going to happen in the matches leading up to this. And then we'll get the hell out of here. I hope everyone's well. Good to see everyone in the chat. For the people that join later, shout out to you guys. Make sure you hit that like button if you like the video. If you don't, you know, it's life. Ain't that important. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Shout out to Amin. Hope you're well. Like that. But yeah, man, it's exciting. It's exciting. Man, I've had an exciting week, to be fair. I can't even lie. My week's been all right, you know, like that. I mean, trailers dropping all over the place and that. But shout out to Deontay. Tony Storm should be on the team. Personally, I don't think she should. But at the same time, the roster's very it's very diluted and not many people around. So for that reason, maybe. But based on anything she's done in the company and stuff like that, hell no. But that's not just her. There's a lot of people in these teams that I don't think should be there. And we will get into that as we go through the different matches. But yeah, a bit crazy. We'll start on the first match because there's no point in being around the bush. I'm not really going to go through no news today. That's going to cover the predictions. I don't think we have that many matches, to be fair, but we don't normally anyway at Survivor Series, judging on the fact that you have the team matches. So from what I've counted so far, we've got 5 matches named on the card, which will give us about just under 3-hour pay-per-view, I think. But if I missed any, you guys let me know and then I'll cover that as well. But it's pretty much every match is champion versus champion. Quick word on Survivor Series. I mean, I spoke on this on my reactions the other day. I'm not a massive fan of this concept of Survivor Series. Don't get me wrong, there's been times over the years where I've been excited for certain matches when the roster was stacked and there was so much talent on each team. But when I think of it, the full concept of SmackDown versus Raw, there's been no build-up between the two companies. I think the biggest build-up I've seen was the fact that Roman said that Raw was dead. That was about it. And Charlotte versus Becky, which is not based on them one being on Raw, one being on SmackDown. It's based on their feud anyway. And everything else is kind of silly. Now, normally we have Night of Champions where every championship's on the line. But this whole brand thing, keep the original 5-on-5 tag. I'm here for that. It's a tradition. But when Survivor Series used to come, I used to be there for Thanksgiving, and it just never used to be like this. And now it's just a constant thing now. Hopefully in the future the brands get put back together and we don't have a brand split anymore. I think that's diluting the company a little bit, and the company's starting to be exposed for what brand's better now. You know what I mean, or stuff like that. So we're gonna get into it. There's no order in what the matches are, but I'm probably gonna go for the championship matches to be last, and then we'll do, you know, as we'll go through anyway. So shout out to Amin. How do you feel about Austin Theory joining the Raw team? I don't mind that he joined because obviously since he's coming to the main roster, he's getting a push. You can blame the see. I don't think he's lost a singles match. He's beating everyone, and it's just giving him that push. And Survivor Series could be something where it gets him well over as a heel or over as a babyface. It's going to be a heel, obviously, but so I don't mind it. The only problem is not problem, but there's no continuity between what general managers say and what they do. The week before, Adam Pearce removed Dominic from the team because he said he only wanted champions in the match. Lashley beat Dominic, got a part in that match. And then all of a sudden now Austin Theory's in there, who has had less time on the main roster than Dominic, and he gets put in there and he's had no championship. So you can't believe anything to say. But it seemed like they're trying to make Adam Pearce a heel on Raw, which is weird. Not because he's a heel, but just the fact of the timing behind it and what he's gone through lately with Brock whooping his ass, and he's been a bitch for the last however long. I said that I don't like the fact of what they're doing with Sonya and Adam, where there's no argument between the two rosters. Like, there's not. Adam and Sonya are both on Raw and both on SmackDown, so it does nothing. Shout out to Nima. Hope you're well, bro. So yeah, that thing kind of dilutes it for me. Do you remember when we was building up to Extreme Rules? And Nima, we're the ones. Was building up to Extreme Rules and no one was happy because they had not built any storylines leading up to it. This feels worse than that. And I know Survivor Series is always a little bit different, but this is terrible. For you have the 4 big pay-per-views of the years. You have, obviously, in no particular order, but it's usually Survivor Series, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. They are the 4 corners of WWE. Everything else gets built around that. So these are the ones where, when titles change hand, big moments happen. This is not going to be that. No one can lose the title in any of these matches. So, yeah. I mean, they've even got the women's tag team titles and they're not on the line. So it's very weird. But yeah, let's get into it. Shout out to you, Alex. We're going to get into it. We're going to go match by match. I'm not going to answer any questions just randomly because we're going to go into it and then we can talk. We'll start with the first match. You're going to hear me say a lot today that I don't care about certain matches, but I honestly don't. It's pointless for me. First match we're going to go with on the card is Shinsuke Nakamura with Rick Boogs in his corner versus Damien Priest. Obviously, Intercontinental Champion versus United States Champion, which is still kind of funny because one title is way bigger than the other one. But you would think that the United States title is the bigger title. It's not. The Intercontinental title is main evented pay-per-views. Don't care about this match. Been no build about it. They've not even spoke to each other. There's been no somebody coming over from another brand and hitting the other one. I mean, it's just been a shambles. For me, this is going to be, I'll say quite simple, but it's not. I don't really think WWE care about what Nakamura does anymore. Honestly, I don't think they do. They brought Rick Boogs in for the entertainment. They have Nakamura dancing, but I don't think they care about where his career goes. He won't have that Intercontinental title soon. Give him about another month with it, maybe. He'll probably lose it on a random SmackDown. But they keep doing this thing with Damien Priest where he has his matches and then he snaps at the end of them. And I'm fine with it. Just when you show him again in the next clip, don't show him smiling and, have it cheering with the commentators. I want to, if he's going to snap, let him snap. And I think the same thing's going to happen in this match. Might get an interference from Rick Boogs in this match. Not physical interference, but like playing the guitar or something like that. Might distract Damien Priest and Damien loses. Or he just tries to distract and Damien snaps and beats them both up at the end of the match. But I think for this match, I'm going to go Damien Priest for the win. Damien Priest is the one who is on Raw, is he? Yeah, he's on Raw? Yeah, he's on Raw. So I'm going to go Damien Priest for the win on that match. See what everyone else is saying. Nima says Damien will win. Amin says Damien will win as well. So yeah, we're all in unison with that. We think Damien will win that match. Moving on from there. Guess we'll go with the women's 5-on-5 we have. This is the lineup so far. It's a bit of a weird one because we've got on both matches there's somebody, a mystery person. So if I just read this out, Team Raw, we have Queen Zelina Vega, Carmella, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and I think Bianca Belair must be the team captain if they're even doing that. Against Team SmackDown, Sasha Banks, Shayna Baszler, Shotzi Blackheart, Natalya, possibly someone else. Well, not possibly someone else. Someone else is going to take that spot. I am not hyped up for this match one bit. Based on the talent and the ruthlessness of the teams, you would expect SmackDown to be able to pick up a victory on this. I think Liv Morgan's going to be the sole survivor. I honestly think she's going to be the sole survivor. Considering she's on the same team as, well, Becky's on Raw as well. I don't know. Let's see what you guys think on this match. Xia Li is the mystery person, in my opinion. I thought this as well. Epic Gamer says, on paper, Team Raw should win. No. On paper. They got Sasha Banks and Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler should be the killer. I don't know. I'm going to go for Team Raw because I think Liv Morgan will be the sole survivor of this match. I agree with Nima that the mystery person will be Xia Li. Can't see it being anyone else. If you asked me a month ago, I would have said Mia Yim. But this isn't a month ago. This is now, and the roster is dead. The surprises can't even be big surprises anymore because, well, there's not many people left. I know Deontay said earlier it could be, who did he say? Tony Storm. Possibly. See, like, Raw's the actual person, the actual brand that has quite a few ladies left over who they could use, but I agree. I think Xia Li will be the mystery person. Shout out to Anna, Evening Demon Team. Hey, Savage. Hope everyone is well. Hope you're well as well, Anna. Hope you're well. Good to see you here. Epic Games says, but Raw has Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan. But that doesn't mean anything to me. Liv Morgan, average. Rhea Ripley, she's just doing the tag team thing. So Bianca Belair is the only threat I see there. Very weird how they just picked Rhea but didn't pick Nikki. Not saying I wanted Nikki in the team, but it's very weird. The whole thing's been weird. The whole build-up's been weird. I don't want to sound like I'm whinging. I'm just giving my opinion, and I just think that is what it is. Nima says they should have replaced Natalya with Toni Storm. Natalya with Toni Storm? I don't. Why though? If there's a spare spot, just give her the spot. You have to replace Natalya. Just put Toni Storm on the same team. There's one person who's not there. That means Xia Li hasn't even made a debut properly, as she. So just put her there. I don't know. Weird for me, but I think everyone's. This is an easy prediction show. Everyone's in unison with Team Raw winning this match as well. So far, we've had Raw winning 2 matches, which was the United States champion Damien Priest winning, and then Team Raw to pick up the victory again. Let's show you the team one more time. Yeah, I don't see. Listen, if you're talking in terms of entertainment and who's in your face every week, I'd say Team SmackDown is the people you see appear all the time, but they're trying to push Shotzi now, seemingly. Shayna's supposed to be the one who's the killer. Sasha Banks speaks for herself. Natalya's the one who's a veteran, and there's a spare spot. Anna says, unpopular opinions, Survivor Series is poorly booked only a couple of weeks after the draft makes 0 sense. Why did the rest of us care about them? Anna, it's not an unpopular opinion. If you joined like 5 minutes ago, I said the exact same thing. I'm not excited for this at all. I'm not excited for it. Lacey Evans literally gave birth about 3 weeks ago, so she will not be in that team. Bailey's still injured. But yeah, Anna, definitely not an unpopular opinion. The whole thing's stupid. I don't like the brand split Survivor Series anyway. It's a little bit different when we had like Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles and all these people on team before, but this is lackluster. It just, to me, without being rude, it just exposes the women's division on how many people are there and how many strong people they have. And not only the women's division, the men's one as well. She's a Raw superstar, isn't she? That's why I didn't say Asuka before. But yeah. So yeah, everyone's gone for Team Raw on this one. We'll move on to the next match. We'll go with. I'm actually looking forward to this match, to be honest. I will say that. Randy Orton and Riddle take on the Usos, Bloodline. We the ones, baby. You know, like that. Interesting match. Now, the Usos got left RKO'd on Raw. That was the last thing we saw. And we saw Big E bullying people and sending a message to Roman and stuff like that. I can't say for sure what's going to happen in this match. But for me, I don't know. hopefully with the Randy and Riddle thing, that because people are expecting the Riddle turn eventually, I just hope they don't do it. They don't need to. In fact, that team is quite over, more than people think. I went to the live show in the UK, and out of everyone who was there, people wanted to see Riddle and Randy Orton. Biggest pop of the night. So they are translating through the TV, which is dope, I guess. I like them. I like them together. I think there can be more to it. Like sometimes the in-ring stuff gets a bit repetitive, but I'm all right with them too. Riddle's calmed down on the Randy thing for now. So, Savage, how do you feel about our new champion, Hank? He ain't my new champion. It's AEW's new champion. He ain't my new champion, but yeah, man, he deserves it. He deserves it. He's been grafting for years, and it was a great match. But we're here to talk about Survivor Series, so let's keep it on that for now. If we've got time at the end, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Epic Games says RK Bro for the win. Alex Johnson says RK Bro for the win as well. Anna says the women's division is atrocious. They have been overlooked for years. 2 to 5 minute matches, 50-50 booking, 1 or 2 major push stars. And why is it always the women matches that get cut from the show? Because we got to be honest about this now. The whole women's evolution thing was fraud, and it was a fraud thing. It was. I'm quite clued up to what's going on in the world politically, and then what happens in WWE. So if you just notice that when the women's evolution was being pushed, obviously it was an organic thing. What started on Twitter with, I think it was hashtag Give the Women a Chance or something like that, and on top of that, the Me Too movement started. And on top of that, all these feminism rallies and stuff started. WWE just went with what was available. Let's be honest, it's Vince McMahon, and we grew up in the Attitude Era, and we know that they don't care about women like that. Now, of course, it's getting better. I believe when Triple H speaks and stuff like that, they mean it. But they just go with what's popular. And then in 2020, whole Black Lives Matter thing, all of a sudden, there's all these black champions, which they all deserve, by the way. But you could tell that it just become this thing, because as soon as it died down, Hurt Business lose their titles and everything, and it just goes back to regular stuff. Now Bobby doesn't have a title, Hurt Business doesn't have a title, no Kofi Mania anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I see where it's going with it. It's crazy because I don't want to do that. I don't do that thing where somebody gets fired or released that you should have got rid of this person, shouldn't have got rid of that person. That's just rude. And people have, you know what I mean, want to keep their jobs and stuff like that. And people don't get released. If somebody gets released, it's nothing to do with another person staying. And there's quite a few people, including people who've joined in the chat before, who have been rude about a lot of the women, and now they're gone. And there's no need to be rude. You can give your opinion, and you know what I mean. And looking at this women's Survivor Series team now, like I can see it missing gaping holes of women who have left. So yeah, bit of a shambles. Amin says Usos for the win, in my opinion. Deontay said it's time for Matt Riddle to move up the ladder to do a match with Randy and move him up, maybe a match with John Cena. I don't agree with a match with John Cena. I think it's a terrible idea. Also, it's like people don't care anymore about things being predictable. The predictable thing would be for Randy and Riddle to split up. Probably Riddle to turn heel because, you know, everyone expects Randy to be the one to turn heel. They have a match, ends up at WrestleMania, and then whatever, one of them wins. But change it up a little bit, get creative. You know what I mean? Dexter says, Yowie Wowie. Anna, all of the issues have been going since Alundra Blaze times. We have seen little to no advancement with the women. Let's face it, we are watching lingerie and bra and panties matches 5 minutes ago. Yeah. And I spoke about this. Do you remember, Anna, when we spoke about on the stream maybe 2 months ago? And I said that it seems like they're trying to sex up the women a little bit more again. Whereas we had around the Women's Evolution pay-per-view just before that, it seemed like it was actually getting time. But I could see the whole like women main event WrestleMania. Yeah, main event WrestleMania if it makes sense, but don't just do it just for the sake of it. And for me, the match in New York when Becky won the 2 belts shouldn't have been the main event, but they made it that just because. And that's the problem. It's very silly. There's no advancement. I don't think there will be either. yeah, it's kind of crazy. The stories are terrible. Yeah, it's a shame, to be honest, because I don't watch women's wrestling matches for what they look like or bra and panties matches or anything like that. I watch it for the talent. These are all talented women. I've seen them put great matches on before, and I just don't want it to go back to how it used to be. You know what I mean? People used to go out for their popcorn and go for their toilet break when women's matches are on. And listen, if you watch Raw and SmackDown and look at the crowd, sometimes you can see them just walking around. You know what I mean? These matches, what they see and repeat. I mean, I think how many times have we seen Liv Morgan and Carmella in the last month? If somebody can give me the number on that, you know what I'm saying? No creativity, and it's not their fault. So yeah. I mean, we're not gonna do. Let's talk about Big E versus Roman match. We're gonna go in order of the matches I've got. That's obviously gonna be the last match I'm gonna talk about. So yeah, moving on from the tag team match, we will go on to the men's 5-on-5, which is I've got on the preview prediction thing here, but here we go. Men's 5-on-5, another match I'm not excited about. Listen, I'm just gonna say this straight off the bat. No way on the only way Team Raw should lose this match is if it implodes within. If Kevin Owens snaps and beats up Seth Rollins or something like that. Team Raw is stacked. Team Raw compared to Team SmackDown, listen. Now, I'm not on about based on names, but let's look at it. Team SmackDown, Drew McIntyre, okay, strong opponent. Jeff Hardy, one of the worst records in the last year of wrestling, not his fault, legend. King Xavier, that's my guy still, but it's still building up right now as a singles guy. Baron Corbin, or Happy Corbin, Jesus Christ, man. Broke Corbin was one of the best things to touch down in 2021, and they ended it so fast. And why? I just, you know what I'm saying? I don't even get it. And I don't even know why Madcap Moss is even in the picture. You know what I'm saying? I know that, like, he's just there, and obviously they've got a spare spot. Now, for me, that spare spot, listen, it probably should be Sami Zayn or Cesaro in this match. Why is Cesaro not in this match? I told you guys this was going to happen to. Why is Cesaro not in this match? He had a match against Walter in the UK 2 weeks ago. Why is he not in this match? I mean, I would love Walter to be in the match. It would be dope. But why is he not in the match? Anyone explain that to me? Killer. Absolute killer. Absolute killer. I mean, I know Seth Rollins is the team leader. What does that mean? Survivor Series, SmackDown versus Raw, Miss ECW. I hate the fact that there's no NXT involvement, because that seemed to be a thing. What was added another element to it, and it would have been dope because the NXT women, they're pretty good. So we could have had a strong women's team from the NXT actually. Alex says Team Raw will win. On this men's one, I've got Team Raw winning as well. See, if this was a few years ago, you would think that the missing person, the mystery person, is going to be somebody massive and major, and that's why they've done it. But honestly, I just think that they just haven't picked who it is, and it's going to be just a regular person off the roster. I would love it to be somebody returning or somebody who has just come to the company or something like that. Gable Stevens or something like that. It's not going to be. Yeah, I'm going to go with, I think that person might be Cesaro or Sami Zayn. I think SmackDown will probably get Cesaro versus Sami Zayn, and the winner joins Team SmackDown. But I'm going to go for Team Raw based on... Actually, I don't know. I have a feeling that Team Raw's going to implode. Matt Christopher, that's a good shout. I forgot about Sheamus. That's a good shout. Sheamus. Maybe a triple threat match on SmackDown. See who joins. Sheamus, Sami Zayn, and Cesaro. Although, I feel like all three of them men should probably be in the match. The Kiev. Yeah, Team Raw looks way stronger. I'm going to go... wait there. Well, who have we picked so far for the matches? We've had Damien Priest to win. That's Team Raw. We've had Team Raw on the women's, did we have? Or we have Team SmackDown? I picked Team Raw. I don't know. Damn, I don't know. This is a hard. Rich Holland, yeah, that's another good pick. Although they brought him up to the main roster too early. The crowd don't have a clue who he is. You can see. Why does it keep turning to Jungle Pitch in the background? So yeah, I'm gonna not be able to pick the person. We'll see on SmackDown who the fifth person is, but I'm gonna go for Team Raw. Matt Chris said, I don't think we get any surprises on Sunday. Thing is, yeah, you can only have so many surprises. This is getting boring in wrestling now, where there's a surprise every week to get it's that you know what I mean. AEW do all the time as well. They keep bringing new people in every single week to get it's boring. Let's just build good stories now. I don't need Royal Rumble's good for that, but I don't need a surprise or anything every week. I just need a good solid pay-per-view, and so honestly, this is not going to be as good as SummerSlam, this pay-per-view, or can tell already. These are just matches, what don't mean anything. But yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. So Team Raw for me on there. Why did they take Sami Zayn off the team, or Gable Swerve, or John Morrison not to come on Raw? Oh no, man. Don't even talk to me about John Morrison, man. I don't. They got this man doing some spirituality thing. How about that The Miz turned on you and no one mentions it? He turned on him and went on Dancing with the Stars, and we're supposed to be okay with it. It's terrible stuff. Yeah, moving on to a match what does mean something. Maybe not in terms of the gold. Shout out to K-Sean. Yeah, man, you've been missing for a minute, bro. But yeah, onto matches that do mean something. I've done a video on this, which I'll probably upload later on my channel. Just my thoughts on Charlotte and Becky, but Charlotte and Becky. Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch versus SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte. Can I just say that I don't know what they've done to Charlotte's face on this graphic, but she looks like a cartoon. Becky looks like Becky, but Charlotte looks like a cartoon. Like some evil anime Disney character. I don't know. Fix it. Whoever's done them pictures, fix it. It's disrespectful. Just a queen right there. Yeah. Let's get this one going, because obviously there's been people are going to talk about beef over the last few weeks. There's been beef for a while. There's been beef for a while, and in my video I'll explain that a little bit more, but basically these women don't like each other anymore. It doesn't seem that way anyway. I think it's actual a dislike for each other. I don't think it's hate. I don't think it's anything stupid serious. But yeah, I just don't think they're fond of how both of them are anymore. Okay, Sean, how is your son and your family doing? We're doing great, thank you, bro. Glad you got out of school early. Amin says, I think Becky will win. Alex says, I think Becky will win. Yeah, this is going to be... what I want from this match, more than anything, because the winner doesn't get anything really. Bragging rights, but if you go onto your own brand and start bragging about beating the other person for longer than a week, no one's going to care. So the answer says, I predict it's going to be a DQ because neither Becky or Charlotte could lose. They can lose. Why can't they lose? They're not going to lose the title, so why can't they lose? Could be a disqualification. Somebody could interfere in the match. You know what I mean? Liv Morgan could interfere in the match and get at Becky. Xia Li could interfere in the match and start challenging Charlotte. There's plenty of stuff like that. But for me, I think Becky wins the match, which kills me to say because Charlotte's, you know what I mean? But I think Becky wins the match. I don't care as such, but I need to see a great match. Problem is I'm thinking of it. An interference in these matches doesn't even make sense. It only makes sense for somebody who's not already established or on the main roster who wants to make a statement. It doesn't make sense for any interferences though, because there's no title on the line. So what would be the point? You know what I mean? You're not stopping somebody from winning or not winning the title. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Becky for the win, solely based on the fact that when we got into the Roman match, but we've picked so many different. I don't know. It's quite split at the moment. I'm gonna go with Becky to win, but I want Charlotte to win. We know that anyway. Shout out to David. Hello, thoughts on Kenny Omega leaving for a while and leaving the Elite to Adam Cole. We'll talk about that after, David. We're focusing on Survivor Series at the moment, and then we'll speak for the last 10 minutes. No title, hopefully no DQ. I don't think it's going to be a no disqualification match. They should do that. That would be pretty cool. But like I said, it doesn't mean anything, so the interference actually makes no sense. I'm not saying that you're wrong for saying it could be interference or for saying it's stupid. It's actually a dumb thing for any match to have an interference. Apart from possibly Roman versus Big E to save face as the head of the table, nothing makes sense. So, unless Ric Flair comes down or something like that, which I don't think he's going to come into the company, like that. It's just to be really, he's not part of the company no more. So, just for keepsake, I'm going to go for Becky. When we go through it all at the end and see which ones we picked, then I might change my mind. But I'm going to go for Becky on this one as well. Moving on to the last match, the match that I'm here to watch. Head of the table, settings, and the big one. Big E versus Roman Reigns. WWE Champion versus the Universal Champion. Very excited for this match. I love both guys in this match. Roman Reigns is my favorite wrestler, so come on now. You already know the vibes there. Head of the table. Settings, we the ones. But Big E might steal the show in this. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, Roman's going to put on solid matches as he does. Big E actually puts on solid matches, but I feel like he might elevate to another level. It's kind of what I said about Becky. I want her to elevate to another level. Give us something different to what we're used to seeing. Because she's not as good as the rest of Charlotte. She's not. But she's been better since she's come back from having a baby, which is kind of crazy. She's not missed a step. She's got better. But I want to see levels raised. Because this pay-per-view is trash, let's be honest. It's trash. There's no stories, so you got to give me really good matches. So I'm going to go for Roman Reigns for the win. I actually don't think the Usos are going to get involved in this match. I actually don't think they're going to get involved. Roman Reigns for the win. Funny, isn't it? Because in Roman Reigns' debut at Survivor Series, I think he did. And The Rock debuted at Survivor Series. Like that. Shout out to Zen. Sorry I'm late. All I can say is Instagram has been lit. I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. I know you too well. I mean, Roman is going to destroy Big E. Roman is never losing anyway. I want Big E to win, but we all know Roman is going to win. But Big E needs this win for his successful title reign. There'll be a boost. Big E doesn't need the win. No one needs it. Doesn't need the win because there's no title. There's no title. It's just, you know what I mean? You can't win or lose. Roman Reigns will win from interference from the Usos. Possibly. I actually don't think so this time. And no Usos like last year. Roman's not losing before Dwayne. This is where everyone's going wrong with this. Roman Reigns has lost a match. Don't believe me. He lost to Xavier Woods last week. Of course he did. The Usos interfered in the match. The ref was there. You know what I mean? To beat Xavier up. He lost the match. He lost. The WWE want to try to cover it up. I watched the match. He lost. Interference, disqualification. He lost. So, and I wouldn't hold my hat on The Rock. Although, Survivor Series, like I said, Roman debuted at Survivor Series. The Rock debuted at Survivor Series. Everyone's calling for that match. K-Shawn wasn't at his first loss since coming back into the company. Since he came back and interfered in the Fiend and Braun Strowman, he hasn't lost a match until then. But the WWE ain't talking about it, so they might not even mention it ever again. bit of a weird one, to be fair. You're right. It's just who's the better champion. Well, Roman is obviously the better champion, not because he's better than Big E in the ring or anything. He's been the champion longer. He's been a great champion. He's the better champion. Roman will win and acknowledge me. Was that his first Austin? Yeah. So I'm gonna go for Roman Reigns in this match. Then says, what if Big E can take the W here? Hear me out. Even if Roman loses, he looks tough and he doesn't drop the title. Roman won't look no. Roman won't look tough if he loses the match unless it's a disqualification. So if the Usos come in and join in the match, or somebody comes and joins in the match, or somebody distracts Roman, and that's how Roman loses, he'll look strong. But if he just loses, he won't look strong. Then Hugo's actually right because he has not been pinned or tapped out before he took the DQ. Yeah, he hasn't. He's beat everyone. All them feuds, he won every single match. So yeah, which makes him still look strong. And I'm glad that Roman's lost in his career before, because then it doesn't look like he's got some stupid unbeaten record. He's been dope, but I'm going to go for Roman on this win. Big E can have with AJ Styles, he'll be fine. Yeah, listen, if anything, it's going to affect Roman if he loses more than it's going to affect Big E, because everyone's already expecting Big E to lose the match. But I just want to see a great match put on. Also, the way that Raw finished, the way that Big E was holding, was it Jay, and sending a message to Roman, and the way that Randy Orton give God damn it, the way Randy Orton gave Jay the RKO, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it. They're my picks. I'm going to go back through them now, tell everyone what picks I made. So the only one I was unsure about was the women's match, but I got Damien Priest, Raw, Becky, Raw, RK Bro, wait, the Usos, SmackDown Women's. If I go off what I picked, it's neck and neck all the way until the Damien Priest winning, Becky winning, Team SmackDown winning, Usos winning, Team Raw winning the men's, and yeah, I think does it end up a draw, or does it end up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2? Yeah, so I think if I go off what I said, it ends up 3-3 for both teams. That's crazy. Based on what we said about the women's match, I think I changed my mind. I think on this Team SmackDown, I haven't changed my mind on Team SmackDown winning. I think that Naomi is going to be the person to join Team SmackDown. I think Naomi. And let's be honest, if Naomi joins Team SmackDown and they win, and she stands tall, and if Usos beat RK Bro, and if Roman beats Big E, we could have, at the end of the show, Naomi as a new Bloodline member, all of them standing in the ring with gold, apart from Naomi, obviously, but should have a Survivor Series victory. I'm not mad at that, to be fair. I ain't mad at it at all. Nima, sorry man, I got disconnected. No problem, bro. Survivor Series is looking all right to me. The matches, the people in the matches, it all looks great, but the whole pay-per-view just looks shambles to me. At one point next year, Roman will lose clean. Yeah, maybe. I think you're right. Roman Reigns is so good that whoever's going to beat him properly he's going to have to put them over. So I'm glad they removed Aaliyah. I like Aaliyah, man, but yes, you're right. She shouldn't have been a part of that match. Why do I have a feeling that when the inevitable comes and Roman finally loses, the crowd will go dead? No one talks. Commentators don't say a word, just like WrestleMania. Like a WrestleMania 30 with Undertaker versus Brock. I don't think it's going to be that deep. Undertaker was unbeaten at WrestleMania since 1990. That's completely different. You know what I mean? That's I don't know who's going to beat him eventually. It could be someone like Walter. How come it? You know what? Why is Edge not a part of one of these teams? How can you have Edge and he's not part of the team, man? She will hopefully get the SmackDown title next year. Hopefully. Oh, Deontay said it exactly the same time as me. Where's Edge? I don't know. He's not injured. He's not injured, but he moved to Raw, didn't he? So he can't even be the missing person on SmackDown. I don't want to talk about like someone's personal life too much, but I heard that Walter got divorced from his wife, and I'm only saying this because the whole reason why we haven't seen him on the main roster up until now is I remember seeing this interview with Samoa Joe. He said he's happy because he's with his family in Europe. Now he's split away from her. I'm not sure if he's going to stay there. So Walter would be I mean, if anyone, and if everyone's still hoping for The Rock and stuff like that. I kind of, we don't know. But I hope they put the 24/7 championship in Survivor Series. Oh my God, I can't even. That title is the most stupid thing I've ever seen. Yeah, it makes no sense. But yeah, guys, there's my pick. We're going to do 5 minutes of Q&A and then I'll jump off. But thanks everyone for joining me. Anyone who's watching it later, hit the like button as well. Yep. Q&A up until we get to 50 minutes. No holds barred. You can ask me anything. It doesn't have to be about wrestling, but you can ask me about anything. Ginny and Walter, really. Yeah. Okay, Sean, oh my God, just remove it. I know. China overtake us to become the richest country. Listen, when you say overtaken us, I don't even know who you're talking about. I think that Sonya Deville won't name Naomi as Aaliyah's replacement. True. Adam Pearce might, though. The whole Queen's Crown tournament was a joke just to appease the fans. Zelina Vega was pulled minutes to go on a 9/11 show. It was disrespectful at the best and a slap in the face for those women. I 100% agree. I actually, leading up to that show, not hearing anything, I was expecting Zelina to be able to make, I don't know, say something in tribute to her dad and then get a match or something like that. The fact that she put online the costume she was going to wear and stuff like that, and the WWE didn't even respond to the comments. Mad disrespect. I'm not going to lie, where I see them comments from Charlotte when she was talking about Becky saying that, why am I difficult to work with just because I stand up for myself and that. I feel her on that because you have to in this company. You have to stand up for yourself and then, what I got with that? You have to stand up for yourself, and if you get removed, then you get removed on it. So it is what it is. How do you feel about Bryan Danielson step up and challenge Hangman Page? Dope. He's the biggest star. Bryan Danielson is the biggest star. Definitely should be stepping up for it, but don't think Hangman's going to lose whenever they fight. So it'll be interesting. But Bryan Danielson's Bryan Danielson. The man's a legend. Tiny Duck Savage, do you think that Shotzi Blackheart will be WWE champion in the future? Yeah, she will, but it won't be based on any great wrestling or anything like that. Listen, Nikki Cross as a superhero, yeah, Ash Ketchum costume and that, you know what I mean, all that business, dressed like Snowball. If she can be WWE champion, women's champion, dressed like that, in that character, then anyone can be. There's not one woman on that roster who I believe cannot be champion anymore. They do not care at all about the women's title. Do you agree with me? Too many heels in WWE, start more baby faces. I don't know if I agree 100%, but there is a point to what you're saying. Problem is they're just not good enough. Is the problem. It seems like it's easier for people to be heels because it's closer to their real self, but they're not good enough. It's crazy. I'm gonna head out and take it. Shout out to UK Sean. See you later, brother. Keith Lee and Karen Cross had so much potential in WWE. Vince McMahon just ruined them. I don't know who ruined them, but all I know is Karrion Kross and Keith Lee both should be in these Survivor Series teams. That's easy for me to say. It's a fact. Oh, you know what? Why does it keep going out of focus, man? What brand is Elias on Raw? He should. Where's Elias, bro? Is Elias gonna jump ship to SmackDown and turn up at Survivor Series? Because he's been dead for a minute still. Savage react to some. God damn it, man! I want to see the London Eye in the background. Savage react to some military stuff like special forces units of different countries. Nah, I ain't reacting to the military stuff. What? So somebody can tap and hack into my stuff and then, start sending death threats to my house on that, man. It's too political, the military stuff is. Now, if you're going to send me some fun videos, some historic stuff, I'll do it. But yeah, that's not my thing, man. I honestly don't care about the military. I mean, I don't care about the military. I don't care about the opposition and stuff, all that business. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? War's stupid. And whatever country you are, you're all going to agree and side with your military. That's fine by me because everyone's doing the same thing. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure from other countries, the England and the UK are getting involved and bombing their country, and from the other countries, from our country, you're bombing. It's just stupid. Spider-Man No Way Home trailer was fire, says Amin. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Alex Johnson, what do you think Sonya's problem with Naomi is? Honestly, I don't think they even know. I don't think WWE know, and I think that's the reason why they haven't given a reason yet. I think they just went ahead and thought, you should have a problem with her, and then there's no problem, so it's weird. What brand is... Oh, he's on Raw right now. I was about to say, where's Ali? Last time you seen Elias, he was burying his guitar. After that, he vanished like a ghost. Yeah, I wasn't mad with him leaving to change his character, but this seemed like a perfect time to bring him back. Who do you think will be the sole survivor, Savage? Of what match? I think I said for Team Raw. Did I say for Team Raw? It could be if Team Raw win for the women, it will be Liv Morgan. If Team SmackDown win, I think it would be Naomi. For the men's one, I don't know who I said will be sole survivor actually, but I said that Team Raw would win. It'd be good for Finn Balor to win, to be honest. But yeah. Alicia, So Sick, Charlotte, Flair, Becky Lynch think WrestleMania 35 first women main event was overrated as nothing special about the match. Overrated. Oh yeah, the match was overrated. It wasn't that great. It was just okay. But yeah, I mean, where is Pablo the Savage? He's literally on my foot, sleeping right underneath me. I don't like Sonya as WWE official. Me either. I don't like Sonya. I don't like Adam. I think it's trash. Just, you know what I mean? I'd rather the laptop I'd rather that laptop general manager be there again. Karrion Kross release was stupid. Agreed. React to Rocky Handsome movie fight scene. I mean, you're telling me to react to a lot of stuff, but I don't even know what it is. If I find out what it is, if it's anything good, I'll do it. But if it's something stupid, come on, man. Yeah, I mean, only rule I have with reacting stuff is it has to be stuff I care about. That's the whole point of me changing my channel back to how it used to be. I just want to have fun on the channel. So if it's something fun, then I might react to it. Well, I'll take one more question from everyone and then I'm going to jump off. Got some more exercising to do. YouTube just disabled the like button. Now we can't see WWE dislikes. Yeah, but who cares anyway? WWE's likes are always way more than dislikes, so it is what it is. Shotzi versus Sasha Banks, feud Savage. Don't care about it at all. I'm not sold on Shotzi, man. She didn't do enough in NXT to even be on the main roster yet, so... Triple H should be in charge of WWE, possibly. Problem is we don't know behind the scenes who's pulling the strings of all the different stories and stuff like that. So there's no point in me moaning about somebody and then I find out that the person that I like is actually somebody who's ruining it as well. So it's what it is. Need to change women's division. Stop 4-horse. More women talent. Say Oscar never got a WrestleMania moment. Yeah, and Oscar's last run as a champion was trash. Spider-Man No Way Home is going to release in December 17th. Not in the UK, it's not. December 15th for us. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here, guys. It's been dope. It's been fun. We've done nearly an hour. I always enjoy coming on here and talking to you guys. So yeah. B-Fab was drafted to SmackDown a month later. She was released. Doesn't make sense. I mean, it wasn't a month later. It was like a week. She signed her contract the week before. You know what I mean? So, or Shane McMahon should take over. Shane McMahon taking over is the same as Vince running the company. That is his dad. If you think that he didn't have input on stuff before, Triple H and Paul Heyman should charge. I mean, you guys are just shouting off random names to me of few people who should take charge. You need to know who is doing the creative. That's the main thing. Obviously, the boss makes the final decision and stuff like that with certain things, but you need to find out. We need a better creative team is what we need, and then go from there. See you next Thursday, Savage. Shout out to you and me. Shout out to Epic Gamer, Deontay, Donald Music. Shout out to Alyssa. Shout out to Alex, Tiny Duck, Ping Pong. Shout out to who else we got here? Shout out to Errol. Yeah, man. Anna, shout out to you if you're still here. I'll possibly back for what Paul Heyman said. Possibly be back for a watch along Survivor Series, or also I don't know yet. So I'm either going to do a watch along if I am. The schedule will be up way before Survivor Series, or I'm going to join someone else's live stream and I'll be in the comment section, and then I'll still do my reaction videos. So because I'm not that I'm not that excited about Survivor Series, to be honest. But we'll see. I'll probably just do my reactions to it. That way I can I can actually take. You know what I mean? But if you don't see me here, jump over to A&B Wrestling Conversations. I will be in the comment section of the watch along. That's what I do, man. When I'm not doing my streams, I'm over there doing my reactions, and I can just be in the comment section talking to you guys as well. Shout out to Lord of Darkness. Man said, guess what? I'm back. Man came out like Eminem in 2001. I'm about to get off here, bro. You damn an hour late. You know them way there. Thank you very much, guys, for joining. Hope everyone enjoys Survivor Series. I hope WWE go and do something what we're not expecting, and we have a great show, because I don't want it to be bad. You know what I mean? I don't want to be right. So, but yeah, until then, you already know the vibes. Are you doing yeah, I do stream every Thursday. But yeah, till then, guys, I've been your boy Good Savage. Stick around on the channel. Keep looking out. I've been posting every day. I've gone back to my other reaction videos as well, so just expect the notifications to be popping off with different stuff. I got Becky and Charlotte video dropping later on today, possibly another Spider-Man video as well. So yeah, man, you already know the vibes. Been your boy Good Savage. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. All them vibes there. If you smell,
you smell what The Rock is cooking? Ha! The Rock's laying the smackdown.
The Rock says